week, so you can invite people too. But yeah, welcome. I was just saying, Hayley, that today we were going to chat about money being an energy and a frequency and what that means when we talk about that. And I think it's really important actually, because the language that we use, because sometimes we can use language that we sort of presume everybody knows because we're in this every day, we're chatting to groups about money being an energy every day, and then can forget that maybe that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. My husband asked me the other day, what does holding space mean? Because he kept hearing, you know, I was saying there's going to be 1,000 people on this call and it's so amazing to hold space for those people. And he was like, what are you like, what is holding space? What do you mean holding space?
Well, I think now that Wicked, if anybody is a Wicked fan, let us know in the comments. I am obsessed still. I saw it last year and just completely still Wicked obsessed. And I think Ariana Grande and oh my goodness, her name's gone out of my head.
Her name's gone out of my head as well. Yeah, in their interviews, there was a lot of holding space.
In their interviews, they talk about holding space and frequencies and energy and everything. So I'm like, well, they're bringing it out to
going global. Yeah.
So yes, that's what we are here to talk about today on this Tuesday, when we choose to play in the frequency of money with all of you here on our beautiful Instagram page and on YouTube. This goes onto YouTube as well.
And if you've any questions for us, leave them in the comments. You can leave them live now and we'll answer as we see them, and also throughout the week and on our live again next week. Excuse me, I've been to the dentist a while ago, but I'm a little bit spaced out still, but I didn't want to miss this, so I'm not going to let Hayley lead.
Lopsided energy there, Hannah.
Yeah, I should ground myself.
Oh well, you still look just as beautiful as always, and thank you for being here. I appreciate you. So I've been thinking about this since this comment was posted about not understanding what money is as an energy or frequency and how I could describe it. And at first I was like, well, everything is energy, right? Everything is energy. We are energy, our laptops, our phones, our this desk that everything is on, everything vibrates at a certain frequency. But then I thought, a mother's love. A mother's love is a certain frequency, right? If you fall down and you hurt your knee when you were a child, and your mother came over and she goes, oh, sorry, baby, and rubs your knee. That beautiful love. When a mother hugs you, do you feel that energy?
Yeah.
Everything has an energy, including money. Now, I know this can be really foreign for a lot of people that have never thought about money in this kind of way, because money is a physical thing. But I am a physical thing. You are a physical thing, right? Yeah. But we all have energy. I am loud and out there. Hannah can be loud, but she's not as loud as me. But she has a beautiful, powerful energy, potent energy when she walks into the room that you know she's entered the room, right? So that's the frequency of you. So have you acquainted yourself with the frequency of money?
Yeah. And when you're talking, I was thinking that actually, is it more our energy that impacts the energy of money? That money is really more neutral. It's more of a just a neutral. If we had a scale of like a alkaline acid, whatever, it's the balanced in the middle. It's like a calm energy. It's not showing up with terrible angry energy. It's not showing up with super joyful. It's just this like, and it's the energy that when you were saying that about the mother's love, I was also thinking how, you know, if we walk into a room and there's people who have had a fight, they don't have to be speaking, you know, there's something gone on in there. You can feel that in the air. So like, and so our energy around money impacts the way the energy of money shows up. Is that? Yeah, because so like so it's a lot to do with what's our energy when the money comes into our bank, or when the money comes into our hand, or
absolutely
when the money leaves to pay a bill. What are Abby just said, I love that. Have you acquainted yourself with the frequency of money? Yeah, and
I had written down, your frequency dictates your financial reality.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, so we're so on the same page. Your dominant energy sets the tone for how money flows into your life. So if you're in a high, abundant frequency where you trust, you're open to receiving in every different way, right? It's not only about receiving money.
It's about whatever.
Then money flows to you a whole lot easier. But if you're in that low frequency of worry, doubt, lack, you unconsciously block it. And we were just saying this earlier, right, Hannah, before this call. Like suddenly we've had a breakthrough and money and support and all sorts is showing up in our worlds.
Because in the most unexpected places. Because I had so much resistance to some opportunities that were ahead of me, which I've talked about on some of the other calls, and we could talk forever about our amazing resistance to change. But when I made the shift into like, no, I'm all in for this, my frequency changed. It became so open, and it was funny because there was an area of my life that I was looking at through a complete lack lens, and suddenly I looked at the very same area. Nothing had changed in it. Like nothing apart from my energy around saying, actually, I'm not going to resist this. I'm going to go all in. And suddenly it just seemed so abundant. I was actually like, what was I complaining about? What was I complaining about yesterday? Like where I could only see not enough. Suddenly I was like, there's overflow. And then there's all these things. Like I said to you today, I got an email from somebody saying, oh, please give us your bank details for your affiliate commission. First of all, I was like, what? It was just, and like all these other things were happening because my energy has changed. The energy. And of course, like with anything, if we want to be around things that have a lovely high vibe because it feels good. That's a natural, that's not toxic positivity. That's just a natural, like we know the people we want to be in the company of because it just feels lovely compared to the people who are moaning all the time and never look for solutions. And for money, it's the same. Like, I want to be around the people that are like grateful for me and joyful with me and trust that I'm going to keep coming and want to do fun things with me and want to explore, do kind things, fun things, not the people who are going to be super stressed out every time I'm around or it's
exactly the scarcity versus abundant frequency, right? It's just a frequency. It's not toxic positivity. It's a frequency and there's a scarcity or an abundant frequency. So where do you want to sit most of your time? Yes, sometimes, as we said, we drop into that scarcity. Hannah and I both still do it. I guarantee you millionaires still do it.
They do.
They still drop into that frequency, right? But it's how fast are you willing to turn it around? And are you going, oh my God, I have to hold on so tight to my money. There's never enough. Or are you in abundance of money is always circulating and I trust it's on its way to me? Because money is always circulating, right?
It is.
It's always circulating. I mean, we could have a whole other conversation about how money actually came about and why it's not just an energy anymore. Way back when there used to be an exchange for goods or services. It wasn't necessarily money. It was food. If you were a farmer, you gave your produce.
As we bartered and exchanged.
Yes, exactly. And I was like, well, who decided we needed to have money? I was having this conversation the other day with my husband. I was like, well, who decided we needed to have physical money? But it's very interesting. So this is where money is developed and grown, and there is always enough. If you think about the millions, trillions in circulation. Trillions in circulation. It's always circulating and it's finding its way to me, right?
That's it. And when it's not finding its way to us, and this can be, I know, it's because there's something in us that's blocking it. There's something in our energy which is why I love the Magnificent Money Academy so much, because over the 4 months and the 8 modules that we teach, we go into all those hidden things underneath that are stopping it. It's like, if it's not in our reality, there's a reason why it's not in our reality. It's there's something in our energy, in our subconscious, our limiting beliefs that are stopping it from coming in. Yeah, which is just, yeah, it's so powerful. And what I found really brilliant is, before I do anything with money, I'm trying to connect into, well, where's my vibe right now? You know what I mean? Am I just in a rush? Oh, quick, I just want to pay this bill quickly and get it over and done with. Or before I open a bank statement or anything like that, get into the energy of abundance. Get into the energy before you go on and check your bank details, before you buy something in the shop. Get yourself into that energy of abundance, because it has such a ripple effect on everything. Same as if you respond to a text message to somebody in a annoyed, triggered mood, it impacts the rest of the day's conversation with that person. If you wait until you're in like loving, accepting energy, reply then, it has a completely different impact. Yeah.
We are so on the same page. I've written down, we are constantly sending out money signals. Constantly sending out money signals. Right? That's what Hannah is saying. And the universe doesn't respond to what you want. The universe responds to what you believe and embody.
Yeah.
That's what Hannah is speaking about, those money blocks, because those belief systems run deep.
Yeah.
They are some of them are so unconscious for you, because they are so,
they're just,
you don't even see them. So let us know if you can think of a belief system that's running in the background that you don't even know about. You know, a tab that's open in the laptop of your frequency that is slowing you down, that is stopping the flow of money coming in. You know, I love to tell the story about a belief system that's so simple, because people are like, well, I don't know sometimes how it gets passed down. So this is a beautiful story, right, of a great grandmother that was baking a cake, and she baked the cake in a rectangle pan. Okay. And then when she'd finished, she'd cut it out round. So she taught her daughter to do that. And her daughter would bake a rectangular cake and cut it out round. And then her daughter learned from her. So she would bake the cake in the same way. And finally, somebody said, why don't we just bake the cake in a round tin? And say, oh, your great grandmother never had a round tin, so we always just baked it in a rectangle pan and cut it out round.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
I mean, it's so simple. And you think, oh my goodness, where have I been trained to believe that, you know, this is the way we do it, or this is the way it is with money or with life or with anything.
Yeah.
And actually, it's not true.
Yeah. I love that. It's such a good example. And yeah, you know, and it instantly makes me think of my childhood, and so much love to my parents who were doing the best that they could with what they had and what they knew. But money was always a stress, whether we had money, whether we didn't have money. My parents never were able to have a conversation with money that was calm, that didn't need to rouse. I've later in life learned that my mum would actually wait until the very last moment to ever have a discussion with money with my dad, because he would get so, you know, freaked out and anxious. But it's no wonder that when I would have money, I kind of wanted it, but then I would repel it and like try and get rid of it so quickly, because it was just really, more money meant more just overwhelmed chaos, you know, and stress. And that wasn't mine. That was probably their parents' stuff and their parents. I just saw a question from Sophia. I love that name, Sophia. I was going to call my son Sophia if he had been a girl. But anyway, when you were feeling depleted, exhausted, challenged daily, how do you make that shift? How do you change your frequency?
Oh,
such a good question. And I mean, we spoke, and we won't go into it again today because it's such a big conversation, but we have spoken about identity, and the identity part of us that's like that becomes like, those words become who we are. You know, I am the person who is depleted, exhausted, constantly challenged. But like instantly, it's the way we change our frequency is the smallest things first. It's not about having to go from today. So maybe today, Sophia, you're feeling depleted, exhausted, and challenged. I'm not saying that in one day you're going to have a complete shift and be like, woo, I feel full, overflow, energized, and, you know, face challenges with ease, but it can happen really quickly. And our language is actually one of the first things to change. It's actually checking. I was forever saying how exhausted I was. I'm just exhausted. I'm just exhausted. And I thought, I'm actually just, even like, well, I'd have 12 hours sleep, I'd still feel exhausted, but I'm exhausted because I've had such an exhausting life and I'm continually, you know, I'm trying to catch up on it. But my own language was sort of tiring me in it. But it's about finding what's the smallest thing that you can do to change your frequency. So if we think of low frequency and we think of high frequency, I think it's Esther Hicks who actually has like a chart. You know, she said you're not trying to go from low to super high. You're going like one little step at a time. When you're fit, what are the things that you can do to support you in raising your vibration? That's what you're trying to do. Sometimes it is as simple as stepping out into the back garden, into the backyard, into the street, wherever you are, even in a city, looking up at the sky, taking 3 deep breaths and saying a positive affirmation, which could be, I face challenges with confidence and ease. I have more than enough time to complete all the tasks I need to complete, you know, and maybe it's fresh air, maybe it's movement. It's finding the small things, I call them joy triggers, that you can do and you can add to your life that will raise it. When you wake, maybe there's more things that you could say no to that you don't say no to. That could, you know, and when you wake up in the morning, what's the first, like when we wake up in the morning, what's the first thing we do? And does it move us towards a high vibration or a low vibration? Is the first thing that we do picking up our phone and going onto Instagram and seeing whatever's there, or is the first thing we do taking 3 deep breaths, saying an affirmation, doing a 5-minute meditation, or whatever, you know? That's, but yeah. Hayley, anything you want to?
Yeah, absolutely. And gratitude for where you are right now.
Yeah.
Actually, I would first allow myself to feel all of those feelings that you've acknowledged them now by writing them out there, right? So allow yourself to completely sit and feel it in your body, like crunch your toes, feel it moving through your muscles, feel that tiredness, that lack, that irritation, that anger, that all of that this never works out for me and it's so unfair. Literally have a tantrum in your body. If you want to scream, scream. And then just allow yourself to soften and go, wow, body, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to feel all of that. But is it even true for us in this very moment? Maybe some of it's a little bit true, but then start to list the things that you're grateful for. Literally, if you have a bed that you're sleeping in, you have a blanket. I mean, this morning it was -5, literally -5. I was very grateful that I had a beautiful duvet over me, keeping me warm. And it's just dropping into that gratitude and feeling it in your body, allowing yourself to shift in your body, because your body is feeling everything, right? So you can then distinguish between that lack, anger, irritation, and okay, I'm shifting out of it. I'm shifting out of it. And it's just to shift 10% for today, you know, and keep going every day. It's a practice. It is a practice every single day to have gratitude and more gratitude and more gratitude and more gratitude. And as Hannah said, finding those joy triggers, things that light you up, being outside now in the beautiful sunshine because all of a sudden it's so warm. Right? You can tell I'm a nature girl, right?
Yeah. Oh no, I know. Fresh air. It's just it's and music, the two combined for me, you know. And I have a huge resistance sometimes to just doing that, going for a walk with some music, because I know that it's going to just massively shift so many things.
And today I wasn't planning on it, but I did. I went out for a little walk. I had to go and get some things for the shops. It's my 20th wedding anniversary tomorrow. And it's so beautiful. And then I walked home and they'd forgotten to put the card inside my bag. And I was like, body, was this your way of making me go for another walk?
Yeah.
To have a little laugh, I was like, I see you. Yeah. You want to go out there and have a little walk. So Sophia, really, play with it. Play with your body, play with the emotions, allow yourself to feel it, acknowledge all of it, and honor and thank that. Celebrate.
Yeah.
Celebrate the ugliness of everything, right? Of that face of go, wow.
Yeah.
This is what I don't want.
Yeah. And then what's the opposite of it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What's 10
what's 10 above? Yeah.
Different.
Let us know how you get on with shifting it. Hi, Rondi. And here, I love this because we can use this towards money as well. This comment here, it's funny how the more you feel grateful for, the more things there are to feel grateful for. It's so true. I first started practicing gratitude about 10 years ago. And I really struggled at first to even write anything on that. I was like, what? Like, because all I could see was the lack in me and who I was as a person and in my life. And then I read this quote that said, imagine waking up tomorrow with only what you said thank you for today. Oh, and then I was like, oh, okay, toothpaste, hot water, running water, toilets, you know, all sorts of things. And the more and more you do it, it becomes just this like deep thing. But if we think about that with money, so the more we can feel grateful for money, the more, even if it's we're feeling grateful for the lack of money, you know, so if you are at the moment in like low funds, maybe minus funds, and all you can see is the debt or the, as Hayley said, allow yourself to feel the annoyance at that, allow yourself to feel the lack. It's like, give yourself a time limit for, like, I almost call it like being in my pity pit, you know, like I'm going to let myself go in there for a bit and I'm going to feel it because we need to feel the stuff so it can move through. But then it's like, look at your life and money and look at the times you have received money. Look at what money has given you. Look at the debt that you have. What has the debt given you? And be grateful for that. And what the debt has given us is sometimes things that we don't even enjoy anymore. Like, you know, things that we bought on a whim and we don't even know where they are, or we don't have it, but it's given us experiences. It's given like that we can change nothing in the past. Be great when we can be grateful for the past and for whatever our journey with money has been. And the more we can say thank you to money, and when we pay a bill or receive a bill for electricity, instead of going into lack and the conversation about how expensive electricity is and how they should charge, you know, that story, which we can all talk about, but talking about it's not going to change anything. We can say, wow, like, what does the electricity mean to me? It means I boil a kettle. It means I put on a washing machine. It means I turn on my tumble dryer. It means I have light in the evening for my children who don't want to sleep in the dark. You know, this suddenly that, and money, you allow me to pay for that service. Money, the more we say thank you for what we have, the more it wants to come in. Of course. Yeah. Because again, if we talk about a relationship with a person, if Hayley feels like I value and appreciate her and I'm grateful for her, she's naturally going to want to be with me more than if she feels like she's not, you know. It's so gratitude is, it really is the key to abundance, including with money. So, and us talking about our energy and how our energy impacts money and the energy that money shows up in, if we can show up with a grateful, loving energy towards money, it's naturally going to want. So I would really say to everybody, maybe when we finish this live in a few minutes, go into your online banking app, whatever is there, go look at those figures and just say thank you, thank you, thank you, like thank you, thank you. You know, I'm so grateful for you. You know, we may not be in our relationship right now where we want to be, but like, let's work on it. Let's work on growing together and commit. It's a really good feeling. Yeah.
It is. Because when we align with money, or money aligns with us, money catches up to our energy, to that frequency of who we want to be.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not something that you chase. Money is not something that we chase. I'd written, it's something you align with, but actually money is going to align with you, with your energy, with your frequency. So if you are in the lack,
it's going to meet you where you're at.
Yeah, exactly.
Money meets us where we are.
Shift your energy, shift that frequency, and money will have no choice but to follow you.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's just to say one thing, because it's been coming up a lot in conversations recently about embodiment. And when we have a vision, so everybody here might have a vision of what they'd like, whether that's they would like $1 million in their bank, or whether right now it's you'd like £2,000 or euro, or whatever your currency is, whatever the figure is. that is a figure above what's existing there now. And we talk a lot about, well, you need to embody the you that exists with that amount before the amount is there. And one of the most common things that I get asked, and I think you've been asked it a lot, Hayley, is, well, I don't understand, because how? So if I say it's just pulling out a figure, so say it's 10,000, the vision is to have 10,000 land into the bank, and you're telling me to embody that 10,000 me, but if I had 10,000, I'd be booking a holiday for my family, and I don't have 10,000, I have whatever, and I can't book a holiday. So how can I embody that? So it's not so much about doing the physical things with the money that you would do. It's about tuning into how you feel, like, how do you show up in life with that amount? So you pay, let's pretend there's whatever the figure is that you want and you desire, that figure is in the bank. And you're just going to put, so how do you show up? How do you wake up in the morning knowing that it's there? How do you walk? How do you talk to other people? How do you show up? How do you respond? How do you send out your emails? How do you price? What are your prices like for your clients? Is it easier for you to raise your price? It's embodying that. It's the feeling. And then when we talk about money meeting you where you're at, money suddenly goes, oh, wow, God.
Yeah.
That's where she is. I need to up my game. I need more of me needs to come in to her. It's and by far, to be honest, for me, I found, once having shifted the limiting beliefs, become aware of the identities that I carry that don't serve me, the embodiment really is just so powerful. It's like and taking action, moving it from that place is so powerful. Yeah, and money really wants to come in, and it sounds a bit like magic. It kind of is, but we're we are magicians.
Everything is magical.
Everything is magical.
Yeah, everybody knows
me, everything is magic, right? Just believe.
Well, as we've been saying, we've been talking about value inside of the MMA, our Magnificent Money Academy, because you have a 1 in 400 trillion chance of being on this earth.
Yeah.
Magic.
And so if there's something that you're wanting to do and you've been putting off, and because you're waiting for the right time and to feel like you're ready, no, this is it. You're ready now. Your 400 trillion to 1 chance of being here is a sign that you're ready. Let's just do it.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry, but how do you know what having that amount feels like if you've never had it, felt it, or experienced? I don't know what that feels like. Well, we can't say for sure what an amount feels like, whatever it is. I know that the financial goals I have in this lifetime, I have so far not experienced, but I can tune into how I would behave if I had that. So I know, like, I know I can tune into the generous spirit that I would have with whatever certain figure. I can feel into the difference of when I make a decision and send out an email. I'm sending out an email this afternoon with an offering that I have. Now, if I tune into that most successful version of me, I know then I don't have a weird energy about putting in the price that I'm charging. If I tune into a lack version of me, then it's going to be like, oh, I need to lower the prices because what if they don't show up? So it's if we're waiting to know what the amount feels like, well, yeah, you can't. So, and that's what's happening is your head is trying to come in there and go, this won't work for me because I don't know what. So it's tuning into the feeling. And so if you write down whatever the figure is, here's probably the quickest way to do it. Sophia, if you write down whatever the figure is that you'd like to experience, start writing down what you do with it when it came in.
Yeah.
And that will,
Or,
and then,
if you really want to embody, so write down wherever you are right now with whatever's in your bank account or whatever you earn, just up it by, say, 5,000, whatever, around the world in currencies, right? Or let's say 10. Let's up it by 10. And then go, okay, where would I go if I was earning that? And write some things down, then go to those places, as in the coffee shop or the 5-star hotel, not even to spend money, but to just walk in there and feel the vibration, feel the frequency of that version of you, right? Because then you can go, ooh, that's what it feels like to allow myself. Because how many of you don't even allow yourself to walk into that expensive shop to walk into that car dealership that's selling Rolls Royces or Bentleys. Bentleys is my car. You know, who would you be with that money? How would you act? So put on your best clothing that your body loves, that you feel lit up when wearing. And then take yourself out to these places, because then you can feel the frequency of that place that you're going.
Love it, love it, love it. My daughter wants to go to Lake Como, and she can tell you exactly, and also Los Angeles, and she knows exactly how much it's going to cost to stay in the places she wants to stay in, and all these things. And if having more money there's something generous that you want to do for somebody else, do something generous today. It doesn't even have to be something generous that costs money, but like maybe that version of you with your bank account with a certain figure is going to buy a house for somebody today. Send someone a nice text message, buy them a bunch of flowers, leave an extra tip, buy coffee for somebody, a stranger. That's how you start tuning into that. You're embodying the energy, and yeah, you can do it, and it can be really fun. It can be really, really good fun.
Play. It's all about playing. Be playful.
Be playful. I can't believe, look how fast these half an hours go. We've gone a few minutes over again. It's just they fly by.
And if you're still not following Magnificent Money Official, the account that Hayley's on, please go and follow. This is now our main account. Magnificent Money Global, the one that Hannah is on, will no longer be active. So yes, please go and follow. And we have so many things coming tomorrow. We launch a big thing.
There's so many exciting things happening. Natalie says you always have a way of facilitating information that lands so clearly. I'm so thankful to you ladies. Oh, thank you so much. And Sophia, I'm glad the practical examples helped. Oh, Rondi, we made your day. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I came on here even with my sore tooth.
Yay.
Thank you so much. There's so much exciting stuff ahead. And there's the Money Liberation podcast if you want to listen more to our conversations, and we have the Magnificent Money Academy, which is just, if you want to know more information about anything, drop us an email or leave a comment and we will get back to you. Thank you, Hayley, as always. We're like children in a sweet shop. We cannot get enough of this and chatting and being with you, being with people. And I'm a generator in human design, and Hayley is a manifesting generator, so we love to respond to you. It's our joy. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon. Thank you, Abby. Bye.